see if that's on there too. That's my main thing. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know.
Wow, we've got there's a lot going on here today. I'm glad that all of you are joining us because today is a Diane Day and we have a bonus with Maggie. Diane's here and she's going to show her 2022 Christmas album that she made for her daughter. I don't know why am I holding this microphone in my hand. She's going to show the album she made for her daughter. She makes one every year, don't you, Diane?
Mm-hmm.
She makes one every year, and this year it is an Elizabeth Crafts album. And everybody's saying hello from cold, frigid places and snow. Oh, wait, I found it. Okay, I think we're back. If we were gone, we're back. And if we weren't gone, we're still here. That's how we roll. And our bonus today is Maggie, and she's doing something really cool for her grandkids for 2023 for their birthdays. And she's going to show us what it is because 2023 is just, 2 weeks away?
Yes.
Wait, is it 2 weeks?
I don't even think it's
less than 2 weeks.
Less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Woohoo. All right, we had no sound for a while, but it's back. I accidentally hit the mute button on my phone, but the sound should be working perfectly now. It says no mic. I think we're back. I think
Got
we're
mine
good.
on.
I hear something in the back. So, all right. Okay. There's a button. Maggie, I didn't know this, but there's a little button on here where you can mute your mic, and that's what I did. So,
Well, we must do that a lot.
but I accidentally did it, but we're good now. And Julie says they're waiting for the blizzard in Minnesota, and we're waiting for our blizzard too. We'll have to see what happens.
I'm worried about that blizzard in Minnesota.
Yeah, it's not good. But
Okay,
this
what would
is
you like
good.
to start
This
with?
is good. Well, before we show our bonus today, let's show the Christmas cards that we received.
This is fun.
We-
you want me
we
to
rec-
record you?
No, this is okay.
Okay.
We got some amazing Christmas cards, and Maggie's going to get them out and show them to us. It's so amazing. People send us these beautiful cards,
Wow.
and it's just such nice thoughts, and it really warms your heart.
Okay, this one has a belly band.
And I think it's
Isn't
upside down.
that amazing?
Yep.
Wow.
So that one has a band. Oh, OSHA says 11 days till 2023.
Wow, this is beautiful.
It's got some Diane's or some glitter on it,
Look at that.
and it opens up, and that's from Sharon.
Sharon, this is
Is
beautiful.
that the Tim Holtz maybe backdrops paper?
I think it's the wallpaper.
They're the wallpaper?
Yeah. That's what you can feel the texture of it a little bit.
Sharon, I like that technique. I think
Oh, I
maybe
love
Janet might have had a
that.
card like that in one of her kits.
And I love the belly band.
I think it was inspired by Janet. Read the back.
Oh.
There's a note
Oh.
on the back.
This card was inspired by Janet, made by Tim Holtz Wallpaper and Ephemera.
See, we don't have to guess.
Yes,
It's all right there.
Oh my gosh, that's so nice.
Well,
when
it is
they do
very
that.
it is very pretty, and thank you so much, Sharon.
Very nice. Okay. Number 2. This is from Chris.
Oh, look at the candy
Christmas.
canes.
Oh, look at that. Is that the plaid dye turned 2 different ways, or I've not used that yet.
Very cool.
And she's from Minnesota, so she's probably getting ready
Chris,
for
I hope
that.
you're watching. We love your card. I love these candy
Yeah.
canes. They look like they were stamped and die cut, and the little ribbon there.
But this is 2 layers of that.
The plaid, the
yeah.
diagonal plaid.
And I love when they add their little
Yeah,
signature thing.
made
Yes.
with love by Chris.
All right.
We
And I'll make sure
we
I get
seriously
these back.
have had some crazy, wonderful cards. And this was sitting on my
Wow.
desk this morning, Maggie. This has got a few
Oh.
parts to it. This is from Gloria.
Oh my gosh. Gloria, how nice.
So I love the front of it. It's got some layers, and it's got some watercolor. Well, might be watercolor. It might be markers. I'm not sure.
And she's got some little sparkles here. Very
And
nice.
then there's a cookie gift card inside. So
Oh.
Gloria, thanks for that.
That was very
We
nice.
don't eat sweets here, but we could take one. We could go ahead and do it once.
And I like how she, even if you don't have a stamp, she initials it and puts the date. I love that.
Yes, I love that too. And then Gloria wrote us a nice letter, and you need to show at least the picture inside her letter.
Oh,
there,
that's right.
because
Aw.
she's got like making spirits bright. What memory?
Yeah, what Memory Bound does every day. Oh, that's nice.
And lumberjack Maggie Plaid. Maggie, I think a lot of people have good memories of
my
you dressing up as a
gosh.
lumberjack and chopping people's legs off with your axe.
Oh, Gloria, thanks for the laugh.
Oh, that's really
That was
good.
nice.
And if Katie's watching, Gloria left a package for you, Katie, so you're going to have to check your mailbox when you're in. And then this
Wow.
one, that's the envelope there on top.
Oh, this is the envelope.
Yep,
It
this is from
Oh
Bonnie.
my gosh, Bonnie.
And it's got
She
a lot
has
of
the most
sparkle.
beautiful
She does have good
handwriting.
handwriting. I want to have handwriting like that.
Look at
Or like
this.
Katie's. I would take either one. Look at on that globe how the glitter is off to one side like it would be, like with shadows and
Yes.
things.
This is gorgeous. Wow.
So that's the envelope,
And
but
she
of
even
course
decorated it when you open it up. And this is her letter.
she wrote us a nice letter about
Oh,
how much she loves Memory Bound, and I love it because she called us her Memory Bound family,
look at that.
and that made me feel pretty special.
And this is the card. Okay, it opens this way. Oh, I love that button.
I know. Well, people might not know, but Maggie is a button person.
This is beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you, Bonnie.
Isn't that gorgeous? Just lots of details. All of these cards were just
So
amazing.
soft. I love this.
And the
Oh,
messages, they are
Yes.
very special to me, and I truly mean that. When
my gosh, it's a good thing she didn't have to mail this. This is
it
called
came-
envelope
It
art.
came in a package. It came in a package. It wasn't. It was mailed, but
Yeah.
it wasn't mailed with that. Of
yeah,
course.
it's just gorgeous. Okay.
And Gloria's note, I love what it said because it said something about so and so and so and so and Doug. It says Kelly, awesome ladies of Memory Bound, and Doug. So
Gloria, you have some pretty handwriting too.
she does.
Wow.
She does. Thank you everyone
Oh
for the
my gosh,
cards.
that's so fun.
I think what we should do is maybe at the end of after the holiday, we should just get them all out and just go show them again
If
because
you
they're too
happen to miss
amazing.
that crumble cookie gift card, you'll
I'm going to be checking
come
your
looking.
apron, Maggie. That's really nice. We're going to
is
have
very
a
nice.
cookie day,
Very
probably
nice.
after the holidays when we get a bunch of workers, bunch of staff members here. So, but Maggie's got something about birthdays that she's doing this year for her grandkids, and I thought it was such a great idea. I wanted to share it. I wanted her to share it with everybody.
Okay, well, I have 7 grandkids ranging from 2 to 12. And it's always hard, plus 2 of them are out of town. And so I thought I'm going to start a little tradition where they're going to each grandchild will get their own exploding box. And I was inspired by the Photo Play Explosion box. And that was my first one, so believe me, it's very easy. It's all made for you. All you do is fold and glue. It comes in white and black, so I got white ones for the girls and black ones for the boys. I already got all 7
And how
of
much
them.
are they, Maggie?
They are $11.99.
So the black is $11.99. I think the
And
white.
the white, oh, the white is
$9.99.
$9.99.
I think the white cardstock is costs less,
Oh.
and it's really nice that Photo Play charges appropriately. They could charge the same price for both of them, probably.
And it makes a 4x4, kind of a 4x4x4 explosion box. And again, that was my first try yesterday, and it was very easy. And so what I started with, I won't even open them. I'm going to make you wait.
You're gonna wait? Oh my
Yes.
gosh! I'm waiting for you to open it.
I started with this. We have this line of paper.
It's from Scrapbook Customs.
Scrapbook Customs.
And you'll find it in birthday.
And you can get one for every age. Like this is for 1. This
I
is
use these for my grandson's
2.
birthday book.
And then look, we have it up to 30. We have even a 60-year-old one. And on the back of each one, like happy 60th, happy 60th. And the same way with all of these. So they're all the same, but different ages. And so what I did then is I took that, and that became the outside of my box. And then what I did is I just took papers that I thought went with those colors. So that's not all one line. And then I just started playing. And so I'm going to show you. This is for my 3-year-old in January.
So this is, we have a video on the explosion box too that Paula put together for us.
Yes.
Oh, I don't, maybe back in the spring.
And you know what? We do have this. This one, you can get the kit. And see, I could have bought the kit because
You probably have enough
Yeah.
grandkids, you're going to hit them all.
Yes. So 1 through 12 on here, and all the back papers. And then I just happened to be sitting or looking through there, and I found this one. This is a 12 by 12 collection.
This is
And
called
those would
Celebrate
be-
from Simple Stories.
I used this one actually on this box. So I kind of mixed and matched. But look at that. The stickers came in really handy because look at all those fun words that you could put.
And they're small, so they're perfect for the explosion box.
Perfect,
And
yes.
Cheryl wants to know if we got in 7 yet, birthday year 7. So we'll look for that when we get done.
Okay,
here.
are you ready?
Okay, we're going to explode.
Okay. So this is her box.
Just like
and
Randy.
So we're going to open it up.
Oh, gosh.
And what I did is I have a little app on my phone that's called Pic Collage. And so I picked out 12 photos of her throughout the year. And then it puts them in a grid, and then you can just print them as one photo.
So it makes them smaller. You can
Yeah.
make them smaller.
So what I did then, this is the outer. So it comes in 3 layers. So this one is your biggest layer, and that's the 4x4. And so I put photos, and I used a lot of the stickers, and then they're going to get a gift card in there. And then I'm going to put like little $5 bills all throughout all the pockets for her. And so there's little pictures. I just used a lot of the stickers, and then I just made up my own tags.
Oh, little tags with pictures. Cute.
And the sticker sheet that I used actually had some tags, and so I used some of the ones that came as a sticker. But those all are pockets. The second
Well,
layer.
and Maggie, kids love to see pictures of themselves.
that was
They really
cute.
do.
Yeah, and then I put one of the sticker hats on her. But this one
And-
was one of the stickers, so I just matted it and then made it into a photo. And you could actually put more photos on the back. And see, I just used a lot of the stickers.
It's
And-
just fun to decorate.
yeah, this one I forgot the ribbon, so I'll have to get
And the pockets are all built into the explosion box.
It is so
everything is pre-cut
easy.
and scored, and it looks like it'd be hard. And you can make these on your own if you want to do some measuring and
Yeah.
scoring and figure it out. But
And Kelly,
why
you
do
know
that?
what?
Why
was
do
my
that,
very-
Maggie?
That was my very first class that I taught here. Was an explosion
Oh my
box.
gosh!
And I was telling my husband about that because he was watching me make this. And I said, boy, this is way easier. It was just, and it's just so much fun. You could use up scraps, but it's not as much fun as if you buy the kit, because then you get all
the
the
kit,
fun
and then you have
stickers.
it. Well, you could probably make a lot with one kit.
Yeah, so it's just so easy. I just
So Maggie's
loved it.
got, and birthdays are hard for kids, especially like you said, when they live a distance away, and I don't know about you, but my grandkids have lots of toys.
Oh, yes. And
And-
so I figured that way I could, they could go get what they wanted. And at Christmas, I gave them some gift cards in the Grinch thing, and they really liked those gift cards. So anyway, so I think I got 7. I'm going to make one for each of their birthdays.
Very cute. And you've got a plan. So
Yes.
you don't have to worry about what you're going to do or what you're going to get them for their birthdays.
And I will look and see if there's number 7 over
7.
there.
Okay. If not, we have our order is shipping next week. So we should have it by the end of next week.
But it's a fun way to give a gift.
Well, Maggie, thanks for bringing that in and sharing it with us.
I will go over and look for number
This is
7.
the thing about Memory Bound staff, you guys. We're so, Maggie just brought this in. People just love to share their talents and their projects, and that sure makes things nice.
I just thought of something after seeing the cards that people sent. Maybe I should make some little sparkles on this.
Oh, yeah, you should.
There's always
should.
something you can add, isn't there?
Put some gems on there.
Okay, and there's a question, how many
yeah.
boxes are in the package? And there's
Just
one.
one.
So each package makes one box.
I'll open one up so they can see. 'Cause
And
it's
then, yeah,
so
and then we do
easy.
have a video, and it would be on our blog also if you searched on Paula. Paula made this up for us and showed it on the video, and she made one. It was either spring or summer.
So here's what you get. Look at the directions.
Big directions.
Are really nice.
I like
yes.
big ones.
So you just get the pieces that are all already pre-scored. Everything's pre-scored for you. Shows you where to put your
So there's three
score
pieces,
tape.
3 main pieces, right?
Yes, 3 main pieces. Oh, I forgot.
Oh, did you put
I
that
did
in yours?
not. This is the lid. I did not use this, but it does come with an accordion, and it's all scored for you. And so you accordion fold it on the score marks, and that can get stuck down in the middle of the box right here. And
It would
so
go right
it
here.
would open up, so if you wanted to even add more photos, it would all fold down in there. I don't want to fold this one, but I did not use it because I thought with a 3-year-old.
Well, you could, yeah.
We're going to be
Well,
lucky
you
if
know
that-
what, Maggie? You could also put something dimensional in there if you wanted to put like a,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, some chocolates
giant
or
piece of
maybe a
candy?
little teddy bear or something like that would fit. You could
Yes.
could sit right in there.
And these are the little pieces. They do come with these to make the little pockets. That makes these more like pockets. But it's so simple, all pre-scored.
Well,
ready
Diane
to go.
says you've already given her an idea for her 8 grandkids.
Yeah.
So
I just got white ones for the girls and black ones for the boys. You could do all black or all white, doesn't matter. So simple.
Maggie, thanks for sharing
Yes,
that. We really
yes.
appreciate
I'm
it.
excited about having a plan. You know, that's all about
We're going
having a plan.
So we're going to move from birthdays to Christmas because we're going to go over to Diane, and she's brought in her Christmas album that she made for her daughter Jill. So
You're
we'll,
going to go from simple to really beautiful.
we are going. You're right. We are. Well, they're both beautiful. So we're going to get the microphone over here for Diane, and then we're going to pop over, and Maggie will look for the 7th birthday to see if we got it. And Susie's online. So Susie, I want to let you know that we got your package today, and I think Teresa's taking care of that. So no worries about that. And oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, look at this album, especially when you look at them together. I should have taken a picture of that. Diane's here today, and Diane makes an album for her daughter every year for Christmas. Are you making one? Oh yeah, you said you probably are making one for yourself.
Yes, after I figured out what I was doing, I loved
She wants
this,
one for herself.
And I probably will make one for myself eventually. So, how this one came all about, I really struggled, and I am down to the wire now to give this to her. I usually
Oh, okay. Squirrel. Okay, 7 is available. Will you make sure it's online and stuff, Maggie? Okay, so the 7th birthday is here. All right.
Okay.
Back to our regular
so
programming.
I usually have this done for Jill by December 1st so she can print pictures. She just likes to have it laid out on her
by
calendar.
December 1st?
Yes.
Okay.
And so she can write her daily and take pictures. She has a photo printer that she just prints pictures right away. But this year I was struggling to do something different. I wanted a different style of album. So it didn't
And
get
I feel
done.
like it's a little bigger. I mean, it might not be bigger on the inside, but the cover just seems
Yeah.
it'll be different than what she
just
has.
didn't know what I wanted to do until we got this album. Now this album is called the Blank Canvas Album from Elizabeth Craft. And still when it came in, we had no idea what to do
It
with
just
it.
looked like they made an album that
Right.
was in a light tan color
Yep.
to me.
And there's nothing on the inside. There's no pages or anything. This is the way it comes. So then I am friends with Elizabeth Craft on Facebook, and they have videos all
They have
the
amazing
time.
things.
They do. And we all love their dies and their stamps, which I have a lot of. And Annette Green, this is all inspired by Annette Green, who does a lot of demos for Elizabeth Craft. She came up with this idea. And you use washi tape and stickers and stencils, and we use glaze, and it was so much fun. So when I saw that video, that is what inspired me to do this. And again, I have so many of the Elizabeth Craft dies that I knew that's what I wanted to do. And I started probably around Thanksgiving, and it has taken me this long. It just...
Well, you're enjoying it too.
Yeah,
You're having
and
fun making it.
Finding time to sit down and create sometimes is a problem for me. But I had so much fun. I can't wait to make some more of these. So Annette Green's video on Facebook was...
So is it on the Elizabeth Crafts
Yes.
Facebook page?
It was on November 17th.
So if you want to go to Facebook, but don't leave us right now, go there
Right.
later, and go to Elizabeth Crafts on November 17th, and you'll see that
on Facebook.
video that
And
inspired
her name
Diane.
is Annette Grant, and she has
Green.
lots of videos.
Oh, is it Green or Grant?
Or Green.
Annette Green.
Green. She has a lot of videos out there, but this one truly inspired
Well,
me.
obviously, we can tell you were very inspired.
So I guess we'll talk about the album or the cover first, and then I'm going to show you how easy it is to do the back.
Diane's going to do some stuff.
Yeah. So the very first thing you have to do is put gesso on your cover. And they said to do it with a ratty paintbrush. Well, I didn't have any ratty paintbrushes. So I went to the dollar store.
And look what she found.
And
I
this
think,
is how
I
it
think that
comes.
qualifies.
This is not, it's been used once. And look how ratty it is. It was like perfect.
Oh, it was perfect when you got it?
No.
Oh, it was
that's the
like
way-
that. Okay,
it was
that's
perfect for what I
for
wanted.
what you were
couldn't
doing.
paint
Okay.
anything with this.
Don't paint your cupboards
No.
with that.
But I just started laughing when I saw this because she said use a ratty one. I thought, well, that's pretty ratty. So all you do is use any kind of gesso as long as it's white. And you...
And gesso is, how do we
gives it
describe it?
teeth.
Gives it teeth.
Yeah. You can kind of see the difference between this has got gesso and this doesn't.
It's
So
like
all-
a primer, kind
Yeah.
of. It's like a
Yes.
primer.
So all I did is dip my brush and start it going. I don't go perfect. I go every which way. I left some of the cream to show through, and that's all you do. And I did it front, back, and inside.
Oh, you did the
'Cause I am
inside
gonna
too.
do,
Okay.
some decorating on the inside, which I haven't done. You let that dry. And then I think we'll go through it all, and then we'll come back, and I'll do
Do the back. Oh, I can't
But
wait. I can't wait to
it's
see it.
got washi tape. This is glaze, so you can heat it. Rub-ons. I don't know. There's just a lot
There's
of
the
different
Mary is a
stamping.
stencil. That's the memory bound
Yep.
Mary making stamp. Is that?
And this is a
Brush.
stencil. I don't know. It's just got lots and lots. You can let your imagination go wild. So what the main product I used on this
It's a good way to use up your stuff.
Yep. The 49 and Market rub-ons. And we only have a few of these left. I'm not sure if we can get any more, but this is what inspired me also, was this set of rub-ons. And we all know how wonderful these are. The words are good. I liked the red truck, the
Little backgroundy
definitions, all
things.
the backgroundy stuff was really fun. So you can see how I've used.
Like those music notes right there
Yep,
are
and
rub-ons.
the deer is a rub-on. This tree is a rub-on. This is a stamp.
So she stamped, she rubbed on,
Yep.
she rubbed on. She did rub-ons. She used the glaze from Tim Holtz and heat embossed and added washi tape. Is this washi tape right
It
here?
is. That's the Tim Holtz
And
washi
there's
tape.
Tim Holtz washi tape, and she's got washi tape here.
This is rub-ons.
Oh, that's
This
a
is
rub-ons.
the Tim
Okay.
Holtz rub-ons. And some of the washi tape is coming up, but as soon as I let's see, I'm going
When
to
you get it done.
seal it with collage medium or a matte medium. And all you do is brush it on. And she did it a couple times, so I'll probably do it a couple times.
Just to protect everything.
To protect and make sure the washi tape sticks. So that's what you do in the end. So can we talk about some of the products before we go on? There's a lot of product that I used, and I just went to my stash.
And I know Doug put a lot of this on our calendar, and Janet will link that because there is a lot.
Yeah.
I told him linking the calendar, things on the calendar is going to be a full-time job this day.
It is.
But we love that because you're showing us how to use all these different products that maybe we haven't used or haven't seen.
So again, when I start a project like this, I pick out what paper line I want, what dies I want, what embellishments. And for this one, I decided to use all of my Elizabeth Craft dies because we have so many of them. I have so many of them, and I just love them. So that was my one product, and then I used some of the new Tim Holtz dies.
And Dawn says thinks it's gorgeous, and she's going to do non-holiday. So you can do non-Christmas.
Definitely.
Whatever you want to do, you could do on that.
Penny and I were talking this morning about you
maybe
can
a
do,
travel if you're going on a trip, or
you can do any theme. So just getting this album and then doing whatever you want to do.
And Janet's asking about the links, and yes, I can see links.
Okay. So some of the dies that I used, this is a new one, and I will kind of show you in here a lot of the ones.
So, okay, and some of these are going to be 30% off. We didn't even mention this, but our Christmas items are 30% off, and we added a whole bunch yesterday. So if you haven't been out there, check it out because we did add a bunch.
The greenery is getting
our beautiful greenery, which is also 30% off, and I have this one right here on my mantle. I've got them upstairs and downstairs, so I'll put in a plug while Diane's catching all her stuff.
Okay, this is a neat set of stamps and dies, and you will see how I used the slide stamp and the clip, and then this is the die that goes with it. This is called Winter Days.
Oh, that's where the name is.
Yeah. And Christmas Figures is the die. Now, why these two don't coordinate?
I know, that's really strange, but
don't know.
Gosh.
The deer head is on here, the slide, and then the clip. And then you get a funky-looking Santa Claus. And then I used a lot of the new Tim Holtz stamps also. And if you don't have this one,
Diane
it's a must.
loved Darling Christmas
Yes.
right when it came in. And you said it was for the garland, but I think you've used a lot of the other stuff.
I love these Santa Clauses. This is a good
And then
one.
department store.
And the only reason I bought this one was for this right here.
I know you said that's what you said, but I think I think you've used them all.
I've used the 25 is awesome. And then this Merry Christmas is really good too.
And we showed cards made with that were watercolored with the Tim Holtz watercolor pencils. And those stamps are going to be 30% off. So it's a great time to get them. And why we have them, because it's in stock only on the sale. So if we don't have it in stock...
I didn't think I needed this one until I needed presents. So then I need
that's
this
the
one.
present one you were talking about.
This is the present one right there that I did. And this one is for the sidekick, but I think you can always make it work for the bigger.
So the sidekick and the
the
planner
smaller.
are two different books from Elizabeth Crafts.
Yeah, so that
They're
one,
kind of a mystery to a lot of us.
yeah. And then you'll see how I used this, which I really liked that one. It's just a border.
What's the name of that one?
It is called Planter Essentials 54 Half Tab Page 2. Their names are a little different.
Yeah, I would agree.
But
And that one's on sale also.
yep. And this, you'll see I used a couple times.
We've
This is
reordered that one because we didn't order enough the first time. We placed the order and Diane was off,
Yeah.
and then she called, "Did you order the one with the
Yeah.
font?" And we're like, "Well, a couple." So
Yeah, it's really fun. I love it. And you'll see a different way how I used that one. And then I used this half page right here. This is 1964 half page with Christmas lights.
okay, there you go.
Yeah.
And that's on
Their
sale
names.
also.
And then I used some stencils. I used the moon mask. If you haven't used the moon mask, that's really a fun product. Some dies and stamps.
So there's an embossing folder.
Yep. And one of his new.
And that's called Pine Branches, and I really like these stars, and that's called Swirling Stars. And then is this Collector?
Yep.
And then these are these his new? Oh, you
New,
got a little bit of both on the
yeah.
stencils.
The one I used we didn't have, but we can get it, and I'll show you that. And this also comes with page protectors. So if you want, and you'll see how I use the page protectors. And
Oh, you get a
all of
variety
these-
pack. Okay.
Yes, and that's the only way they come is a variety.
And you get
pack.
12 pages. Wow,
Yes.
3 per style for $10.99.
And I know there are dies out there that actually make all of these different sizes, and I could not quite figure that out. So
They just came out with some.
that was the Sidekick.
Oh, okay.
ones.
All right.
But I'm assuming they're ones
Like
or
pocket
for-
fillers or something they're
Yes,
called.
yes. And then a lot of these are the inks that I used.
Is
Just
that
a lot
fern?
of-
Fern green.
yeah. And that's
And
good, the
red geranium.
And you have to use archival. That is one big tip I want to give to you, is if you're stamping on the cover, you have to use archival ink. Now it can be just the regular Ranger archival or the distressed.
Right,
Archival.
Tim Holtz.
You cannot use just the regular distressed ink.
Right. That's what she used on her pages was
Because once you put the collage medium or the matte medium on it, it will run.
Oh, yes. That's right.
And Annette Green did that, so she was the one that made sure that.
So it's nice when
Yes.
designers tell you what
Yep.
not to do.
And she showed us, and the red turned pink is what
Steve
happened.
says he hopes they do the blank canvas in the Sidekick because he takes them on trips.
Oh, yeah.
That would be great.
That would be fun. So we'll
Okay,
have to
so
put a
there's the
plug
moon
in.
mask is $7.99. I don't know if we mentioned the stencils, the element stencils for Christmas.
And those are fun. And they're good, really good words.
There's 12 of them and they're $15.99. And I like it because you can store them on a
Yep,
ring.
and the jingle is in there. That jingle.
Perfect.
So
And there's our
see.
merrymaking stamp, the
Yep.
memory bound exclusive.
And then the other. I should
Where do you
say
wanna
that-
go next?
Well, the paper pack that I used was the backdrops from Tim Holtz, which we can no longer get, but I'm assuming a lot of you have it.
Right, or maybe one from the previous year. I do.
But a couple.
But Diane's got a substitute.
I also used the Elizabeth Craft Christmas Lives Here paper, which is awesome, and we do have this.
We have that in stock.
And this would also be 30% off. But some of the papers, or a lot of the papers in here, you'll see how I cut them apart. But it's an awesome
I
set.
think the Simple Stories Christmas Lodge is vintage looking. It would probably look
Yes.
good in here too.
Yes. And then this paper came in, the Simple Winter Woods. And I loved this paper, so I
Yeah.
grabbed a
Did you
couple
put it
of
in?
them, and I'll show you how I used
Okay.
that paper. So again, I just kind of used two main paper packs and then threw in some others. Flashcards, pocket cards. I love the stickers, and we do have these still in stock. The words, you'll see how I use the
Lots of
words.
little words are
Yeah,
nice.
I love those. And then you'll see how I used those and that one. So
And that's the
this
Tim
is-
Holtz sticker
Yep.
book.
And that's a
And then
really
we
good
have,
one.
we don't have the ephemera. It's been gone for a long
Yeah.
time, but we have the layers, which is another type of ephemera that you might like. And it's got lots of good stuff in it. And then we do have pocket cards, but they are very limited.
Yes.
I think we're down to 3 or 4. So if you haven't got the pocket cards, you might want to think about those. And then the flashcards, they're always fun. We love flashcards here at Memory Bound.
So how I get out all of my stuff, and I have brought different vintage trays and stuff, but I had so much embellishments for this time I had to go to something else, and I found all of these lids.
Oh, that's a
in
good
my
idea.
drawer, and then a friend of mine had given me a lot of these fluted little trays. So I also use those, I put those on a big tray, a vintage tray, and that was on my desk. So I just wanted to
So it
give
gets
you some
everything
ideas.
out and
Yes,
kind of
you
organizes
have to
things.
get it out or you won't use it.
I agree.
Yes. So I had a lot of stuff on my desk, as you can imagine. Okay, so
Elena has to drag herself away and watch the replay.
Oh.
She has to go. I love those comments.
let's start with the first, and I am going to decorate the inside too, and I'll probably stick some tags or something in there, but this is the inside of the book. So last June or July, I started thinking of what theme I wanted to do Jill's album in, and I came up with Our Christmas Story. So
Oh,
I've had
that's
that
sweet.
sticky note on my desk for 6 months. And then as I was getting all this stuff out, I came across this book, and this is a book plate from 49 and Market, and I apologize, I have no idea what packet it came
Because
from.
it was in your stash.
Because it was in my stash, and I thought, oh, how perfect that would be to do my front cover. So that's how that came about, and then I just started layering. These are all out of the either 49 and Market or Tim Holtz ephemera. Some of them are new, some of them are old. I went to my Santa Claus page and pulled out Santa Clauses, and then I just started layering. There's one.
Is that one of the stickers from
Yep,
the sticker book?
Out of the sticker book.
And is this floral tape?
That is out of, it might be out of the
Pocket cards? Oh, out of the layers?
Layers. There's a lot of good ephemera in the layers too. And
Now
we
these-
do have some of those.
These, it's kind of funny. These are limited quantity, and they're also 30% off. So if you want them, be sure and get them right away, because they're going to probably be gone after today.
So I just started with this. I decided what I wanted to do this Christmas.
Oh, that's from
came
the
out of
sticker book,
sticker
isn't it?
book too. Yep. And then I used the tab.
So we got to show those again, because this is something Diane's been using a lot from Elizabeth Crafts.
It's got letters and numbers, and then it's got blank ones. So the blank ones I used for the behind. Well, I didn't on this one, but you'll see. But you have to use, well, I did. I used the black is the plain ones. You have to have something in the back.
Otherwise, it's just a hole, right?
Just a hole, yes. And there's a heart.
A little and sign,
Yeah.
little number sign.
So this is really a fun set of stamps.
Okay,
So-
we have a question. I'm gonna to get the full page for the album. Was that a die, or did you make your own
Nope,
page?
it's a die, and
You'll notice all those Elizabeth Craft dies that we've been showing. They always have these holes punched in them, and a lot of people haven't been using this album, and it's new to Memory Bound. We've started carrying them this year. So that's why they have the holes, because they fit these rings perfectly.
yep. And I have
And if I get up close, you can see it's got stitching and it's got rounded corners.
okay. It's this one right here.
And Diane found it.
It is 1867. Planner Essentials 41.
Rounded corners page. I just commented about the rounded corners.
Okay, so this it comes with all of
They
this.
all come with so
Yeah.
much stuff. They are a great value.
So that is this is a really good one to use just for background pages.
Kind of your base.
Your base, yes, exactly. So that one, that's what that one is.
I see you got a little tiny attacher going on
yes,
here.
Yep. And the paper is from the Tim Holtz
Backdrops? Well, everybody loves it.
And then this paper is from this
Christmas lives
collection.
here.
And what I did is I placed the die over.
So you cut this out twice,
Yeah, I
once in the
did.
plaid
Yep.
and once in this paper. And it makes your pages a little heavier, I think,
Yeah, and that's good.
because they're going to get loved a lot.
Miniature.
Well, maybe I'll get one.
Okay, maybe that's out of the backdrops also. I don't see it in here. So I
Janice
bet
has a
it's-
question while you're finding it. Is there a hole punch that universally works for different binders? There is a,
This is like a six ring binder, so I don't.
there are punches for planners and binders. We don't have one. I'm not really sure where to find it. So you just
Surprised. Copy boxes of them.
That paper must be out of the Tim Holtz backdrops because I can't find it. So what I did is it had another 19 something date up here, so I covered that up. I cut.
Is that one of Tim Holtz framed
I think it's
frame
the,
things?
and
He's got the
then
frame tags and the frame labels. Is it called frame labels,
yes,
maybe?
and then there's a bunch of. Oh,
And then they're asking if there are pre-made cardstock pages for this binder.
no,
But that would be a good idea, wouldn't
there
it?
is not.
You never know what they're
not,
coming out
yeah.
with. So maybe we can.
Yeah. And then I did the word joy, and then I had one extra one, and I found
just
one
put
with
a
a little ornament. So that's how you can change that up too. And then I put the date there.
And Al made a comment. You could use a crocodile. You can punch your own holes.
I have
You definitely
used a
could.
crocodile.
So you can do both. Diane just happened to be using dye for these pages, but absolutely, just like Katie did yesterday in our video.
And I reinforced a lot of the holes. We have there's a couple.
Elizabeth Crafts has
Yeah,
reinforcers.
reinforced, and then they're also reinforced on some of the dies. And you will see I quit doing that because it was taking a little bit longer.
And you were late.
And I will go back then and do it. So on this page, this paper is out of the backdrops, and it is using Elizabeth. That's the die that I use.
And Hope made a comment, and Hope, thank you. She says Elizabeth Crafts has an essential die that only cuts the planner holes. So we'll look into that. We'll be placing an order with them today or tomorrow, and we will look into that.
It's a punch or
It's a die.
Oh.
So
I've never
we are
seen that.
intrigued, Hope. We are
I've
intrigued.
been on their website several times. Okay, so this die right here is this one, and it is from 1938, Planning Essentials 49 rope border. And I don't know if this
So
one's on sale
it's the
or
rope
not.
border. I don't think that's Christmas, so it isn't. But
But
she's
I
talking about this
loved-
green piece
yeah,
here.
I loved this die right here. So that's where that one came.
And okay, they're asking about what dye you use for your page bases, and it kind of varied. But tell us again
Well,
about this one.
This is
Well, both of these, I think
yeah,
you use the same one.
It's this one right here.
So it's the Planner Essentials 41 Rounded Corners page. And if there's any dies that we run out of or we don't have, which I think we have that one, don't we? Is it the last on the back there?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, we might not have this
If we
one,
don't
I
have it,
know.
just let us know. We're placing an order.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Crafts is the fastest
They
shipping
are.
company in the industry. I
They
don't know
are.
how they do it, but they ship same day.
Yes.
Just like Memory Bound, we ship same day too.
So that's that one. And then all I did is went through and found some ephemera. This is
that's-
Tim Holtz.
Okay.
Well, maybe it
Yeah,
is
I think it
off
is Tim Holtz. It's a little bit bigger than ours, but you could use.
You could definitely
We
use
have the Memory
these,
Bound
yep.
flashcards that you could use.
And these are a lot of fun to use. And I just started going through my ephemera and putting stuff in there, and then Jill will be able to stick little pictures in there too. She can take out some of this too. and I made a little tag, and then I used some of the word sticker or phrase stickers out of the sticker book. Again, I love that. So that is that page.
And Janet said she can't find that planner.
Okay, then we might.
We might not have it on. If we don't have it, it might not be online. So that's one that we will get ordered today. So if you want it, you can just call it the rounded corner page. To me, that's easier. And Diane's making a note. She's very organized, you guys. She's a great designer and creative, but she also has that other side of the brain that works really well too.
And then I knew I wanted to do a home page, because Jill does a remarkable job on decorating inside and outside. They have a beautiful home. So this is how I came up with this page, and this is out of his
Is it wallpaper?
probably wallpaper from last year. This building home.
So get out all your stuff
Yes,
because
yes.
it's rewarding to use up.
Yep.
It's rewarding to use up stuff.
So then this set of stamps,
That's the
For
Christmas.
the die.
That's the Christmas cutouts.
Cutouts.
And Teresa's used that quite often. We don't have that in stock, but if it's something you want, you can let us know and we'll
Yep.
order it for you.
I loved when I was thinking of this. I asked Kelly, I don't know how many times I wanted small buildings, and then
they came.
And then
Thank
they
you,
came.
Tim. Thank you,
Yes.
Tim. And you know what? I think we're going to reorder that die because
Yes.
it's perfect for Valentine's.
It is.
It's not
a
just
good
Christmas.
one.
It's a lot of things.
It's a good one. So I just made a little pocket, and then this is a tag that was in some ephemera. This stamp here is the one that
That's special
we have
delivery from
sold
Photoplay.
So many.
And they shipped us some out in an emergency order, and it will probably be here Friday.
And it is this one, and you'll see that I used it.
A lot of our staff have that stamp. That tells you something right there.
This little, I've used it several times. So I just stamped our home,
That's cute.
and then up here I used the love cutout from this right there. Made a little hanger, put a couple bells on there, and
Oh,
then
that's
that
so
page.
cute.
This page was the inside of this die also. This is
So the
really-
same rounded
Yep,
corners die.
It's this one right here. This die is that, the inside there. So this is a good set of dies.
This is total squirrel, but Donna is at the airport watching us, and she's heading to Tampa. Oh, have a great holiday, and I'm
Really.
glad she's getting out before the blizzard comes.
Yes, definitely. So this page, the page again is
You
that
used that a
same-
lot, didn't you?
Yes, it's a great page. And then I just did a bunch of houses down there. This is probably from the backdrop, not the backdrops, the layers. This was a tag that I had in my stash that,
Okay, now I figured out how you
Yeah.
did that. I was
Yeah.
looking at that from the back yesterday.
yeah. So I used this embossing folder, just did a craft tag.
Just did it off of her tag.
And then inked it with peel paint and tore it, and it is now an element, an ephemera on my
It
page.
looks really good.
And then these are Jill's sons, my grandsons. I put Santa up here, and then I put their names and their address and stuff. And this is one of the
Collage
collage
tiles.
tiles. Is that one, and they're really fun too.
Do we still have collage tiles? I thought I saw some.
Not sure if we do, but you get a whole bunch.
But you could
of
use
them.
use
Yeah.
other things too. You
But
could
they're-
cut out
They're
squares.
a lot of fun that you can.
Just little layering embellishments.
So that is that page.
Peggy says she loves the houses along the bottom.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
And there's the
then-
boys.
Yep.
They're so darn
Then
cute.
we had Santa come the other day, so I wanted to make sure that I got a picture of both of her boys. And again, it's this die.
Oh, the same die.
It is. It makes this.
You made it easy for us.
Like this. And I put acetate underneath
Probably can't
it.
really. Oh, there you can tell it's got acetate.
And then I made, let's see, this cuts out right there. So then I made little tags.
Oh, their pictures come out.
Yep,
Oh,
the
the
pictures
okay.
come
The
out.
acetate is on this piece here,
Yes.
not on the photos.
Yes.
Okay.
And then used the
that fabric
the
tape?
fabric tape to make a little pull. So get creative with your
Diane
pulls.
loves fabric tape.
Yes, and I love to think of different ways to do pulls. So I just used
so
a
cute.
liquid adhesive, and I used Nouveau liquid. I just used it around the 3 sides.
Diane and I were talking about adhesive and what she used, and it's funny because we both are using liquid adhesive more.
We are.
For me, I used it at Merrymakers, and I really liked it, making an album. And you want to be generous with your adhesive, whether you're using glue or tape, because there's no page protectors on these, and they're going to be looked at a lot for years to come. This is a keepsake.
The background paper, this green, is out of the Tim Holtz backdrops. This paper here is out of the Elizabeth Craft. And
Oh, there it is.
it's really neat paper. And you will see
Oh,
how I
there it
use
is. There it is.
this.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So I used this side for that one there. And then I printed their names on the computer, and I used the pocket cards. I cut out some pieces of the
Oh,
pocket
and that's what you
cards,
printed
and
them
that's
on.
what I printed. They're the little ones up here. So you can see things like this you can print on. That's how I did their names. Now this next page is probably one of my favorite pages, and it is this die here. And I'm not sure why they put leaves
Leaves with it.
with this die, but this die really intrigued me when it came in. And it makes pockets.
So it cuts out a page
Yep.
with pockets in the page.
And you have to have a paper on the back of it. So you'll see how I did this. And this is 1981 Essential
kind of glaring. There we go.
55. File folder page with pockets.
File folder page. That's a good name for it. It is a really cute one, Diane.
So
you're getting so many comments about how people just love
I will
all of
take
this.
out the things here.
So then you can see each little cut.
Yep. So it cuts here, and it cuts here, and it cuts here. So it makes 3 pockets, and then I did put a paper behind it.
Otherwise,
And-
if you didn't, everyone, you'd be sliding them out the back.
Yes, and down the bottom. So I made a collage here. I used some of these are the stamps, and this set of stamps we do not have. It is the holiday postmarks.
From Tim?
Yes. 323. We had it in, and now they're gone, but we can see if we can
Well, a
get
lot of
those.
things are selling out because of our Christmas sale. So if you're wanting to stock up or get some of this fun stuff,
And it's
do it sooner than later.
It's a lot. It's got bigger type postage like that, and it's got this one, and this is one from there too.
Oh, but show that one because
Yeah.
that was one of your favorites.
Yes, and I did it so it goes,
Like a border.
Yep, off the page.
And that's from
I-
special delivery from Photoplay,
Yep.
the little Santa and the sleigh. And that is out of stock, but it's arriving Friday.
And then this stamp here, Christmas Day delivery, is off of this set too.
Where's that at? I didn't. Oh, right here.
right
here.
there.
Okay.
And then this is off of here too.
So that right there is from the
Yep.
Photoplay
So
special
then
delivery.
I just started stamping.
And are these all stickers from the sticker
Yep,
book?
they're from the sticker book.
And we have a few
do
of
have-
those. I think we have
yes.
about a dozen.
So, and occasionally I will go find a word. If I want to make my own phrase, I will cut up.
oh,
If
yeah.
I find like a 2 or a 4 or
Right.
whatever, or just if I just want Santa, I'll go find Santa and make it and just cut it. So you
So
don't
we
have
have-
to use them just as they are.
Right, you can be creative with
Yes.
it. There's a question about the wood paper. Would you mind showing that again?
Yep.
That's from our new collection here. Simple Vintage Winter Woods.
Frosty Friends is what it's called.
I think if you typed in Frosty Friends, that would probably pop
Yeah.
right up. Or you can go to shopping and go to new and go to Simple Stories. Simple Vintage, what is it called? Winter Woods?
Winter Woods.
Winter Woods.
This is the last collection that Katie
Petite.
Petit has designed for Simple Stories.
And then they're asking about the striped paper here. Is that 49 in Market?
Nope, that is from the backdrops
Okay.
also.
In the 49 in Market a Holiday Wishes collection, there is a stripe.
yeah.
There is a striped paper that's very similar if you wanted
Yes,
to go with
and
that.
You can only get it in the collection pack or
Right.
out of the individual.
Or the 6x8, I suppose you could get it in that
Yes,
too.
Yes.
Thanks for all the questions, everyone. We
Yeah.
really appreciate it. We want to make sure we answer all of them and that you,
Okay.
I think everyone's inspired.
This die here is
So that little frame, Diane's digging out something else from her stash. And you know, rather than just putting these things together, she stamped them. This has actually been ink smooshed with, I believe that's lumberjack plaid.
yes.
And are and these colors are all
that's-
red geranium?
Well, some of it and some of it's lumberjack too.
Okay.
This is just a pocket card. I don't know where that. I think I have another bag somewhere.
For this frame,
Yeah.
is that a Tim Holtz or is it
Nope,
Elizabeth
it's a
Crafts?
Elizabeth Craft. Oh, here it is. Okay, so it's this one. This is 1983 General File Folder Set 2. It's this die right there.
Oh, so it actually like folds in
Yes,
half.
yes.
So it's not just a flat.
And then this fits in it, but I didn't want that word, so I just made my own.
Well, and that's cool. That file folder folds in half, and there are
Yes.
several file folders. This is, what did you say?
This is set 2. There's also a set 1.
Where the tab, set 1, your tab's going to be off to
Yeah,
the side.
and it does have 2 different file folders.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So then this is one of the flares that are in here. He's had flares now for the last couple years, and I think these are all gone too. But they're really fun to use. Yeah, so I just collaged
Yeah, it looks
down
good.
there. So then I wanted a Santa Claus picture, and that's off of our vintage.
We have lots of vintage images that you can
use
get.
any, and these are perfect for little pockets and tags and stuff.
And those are 30% off also.
So I just stuck that in there. And then these two are out of the Elizabeth Craft paper pack. And they have some really, really fun sheets
So it's like to
this.
cut apart.
The cut aparts.
Okay. I was reading a question, but I'm back now,
Yes.
Diane.
So
So we've got
let's see,
Like this is
there's-
here. I've got this upside down, but that is part of that. And then,
Okay, then there's this one. This sheet is really
so this
cool.
is from here.
That's
She
that
put
one.
Garrett's name on it,
Yeah.
but I like that jingle all the way.
Yeah. So then you can see it had the notebook top, and what I did is I took the journal edges 1948 and actually cut
Oh, to make it real, look
to
real.
make it real looking. And
There's also a punch that we have. Our punch doesn't make it shabby. It punches it straight, but I think that would be nice too. The border punch from EK Success.
yes, so that's what that edge is there, and then I stamped on it, and then out of some of the Tim Holtz alphabet dies, I just put their names on there so they can write. This is for their wish list, And I did type that or put that down there, wish list.
See, that's really fun. If you have the kids, you know what their wish list or a letter to Santa or something every year, because it's fun to see
I think going back. Yes.
And what did you say? We were talking about how many years you've been doing this.
Well, Garrett is 14 now, so I've probably been doing it 13. And Jill displays all of her albums out and downstairs. She has a big buffet with a wooden barn door, and she puts them all in crates and stuff, and then she brings upstairs all the current, the last couple years. So she actually uses them in her decor.
Well, and they're fun to get out and focus on more.
Yes, and the boys love looking
And we
at
have two
them.
questions, and we're going to have to ring the bell for one of them. Do you have a bell? And then Connie wants to know, are there other albums available from Elizabeth Crafts that have the same hole pattern?
Yes, yes.
So we need two things, Becky. Okay. Becky's here. Hey, Becky. Becky's organizing our lunch today. We're all ordering in from Jimmy John's. It's a big day today at Memory Bound. Yeah. We need to see other of the Elizabeth Craft journals.
Okay, different colors.
Yeah. Yep, different colors. And what was the other question? Oh, if we have somebody look to see if we have the Distress ink refill for ground espresso.
Okay.
Janine's behind you there. Maybe she knows what's going on. It's a red sweatshirt day, red jacket day.
It is red.
All right, we're going to find out about those questions.
Okay, so that is that page, and that it took me a while to do that page, but I think
But it's your favorite, so it's worth it.
I love that. So then this is the back of, I had to, again, you have to, if you're using this die, you have to back it with something. But you can only put adhesive around the edges and
good
the top
tip.
because you want to make sure that your pockets are open.
That's a great tip.
Yeah, so don't glue your pockets down. So speaking of pockets, this is a half page die, and I don't know which one. I think I had it out here already.
There's so many different dies.
Oh
it's
my
just hard to
gosh.
keep track
It
of all of
is.
them.
I might have used this one. I guess
That's what it looks like.
1964. Yep, that's what I used.
The
on
one
this
with the ice skates.
Yep, and it's got the tab at the top.
And it is called Half Tab Page with Christmas Lights. Oh yeah, we've talked about
Yes.
that. So that one would be 30% off if you wanted to get one of those.
Oh, here comes Becky.
Oh, Becky's got an armful. Okay, we need the archival ink. Oh, okay. Archival. I don't know that we have that. All right, Becky, look at, she's got a handful. Hand them off to Diane.
Okay, this is the side, or no, this is the mini. And I've never even opened one of these, so I don't know.
Here.
These are the sidekicks. So this is a little smaller.
Sorry, I'm not even showing anybody.
the
Okay.
smaller of
This-
the big journal. And then
So you'd have to have different dies. I mean, the pages
Yes.
aren't going to fit in the
yeah.
sidekick.
The sidekick was that one.
Thanks, Becky. So for the espresso, if we have the archival, Maggie can help you if you need it.
Okay, this die here is specifically made for the sidekick.
So the holes are a little. Well, let's see. The holes don't line up in the planner.
I would try to use that though in here.
You probably could with the presents on the top.
I kind of wanted to do that.
Because look
but I
at
didn't
this,
get
what they
done.
did with those presents.
Yeah, that's a cool die. I would make it work.
I did not find the espresso.
Okay, all right.
So these are some of the other journals that Elizabeth Craft has. This is a black one. This is called Desert Sand, and
This
that's
is what
the
we're-
blank.
And it comes in an espresso color also,
Yes,
and we can
a
order
dark
those.
brown.
Like we said, we've got an order going in today or tomorrow, so if there's something you want, let us know. Lori's inviting anyone to come over for coffee and help wrap today.
Oh, I got wrapping done
Laura
last night.
loves your projects. Lori says, Merry Christmas to my Memory Bound family. Isn't that just sweet? And Laura wants to know if you have any tips on storing the Elizabeth Craft dies. We were just talking about
yes,
that.
Interesting that you say that, because I was talking to a friend who has a lot of dies and stuff, and I decided that I needed something different. Right now, I am storing them in these. This is a Tim Holtz. It goes in his binder. I don't use the binder, but I like these because they're a little taller and they're really sturdy.
Yeah, they're heavy plastic.
They're heavy plastic, and I think we do have some of those. Do you want to find?
Sure.
They're over there.
And we showed Janine's storage.
Yes,
and she
Janine has a great.
She does it in an 8.5 by 11 notebook, and then she takes a piece of craft and die cuts everything in black and puts it on.
And that's a great idea, because some of these you can't figure out what the words are.
Yeah,
what they're supposed
without
to do.
doing it.
So it is a great thing. So I'm not going to tell you how I store mine.
Because Diane's changing.
I am changing.
When she changes and figures it all out, we'll
Yeah.
let everybody know.
Because now I have a lot. And the Elizabeth Craft dies are a little taller, longer too. So that poses a little problem. So this page I just did a pocket. This is done with the vintage platinum. I just took my adhesive, and this was on the paper. The 25 was on the paper.
Oh, it was on the paper. Okay. So
And
then you
it
just
was part
put glue
of-
on. She put Nuvo glue over it,
Yep.
over the pattern paper, which you could do that with other things too.
Yep. And
What do you need?
What she wanted me to get. I just wanted
What
to
was
see.
Maggie getting? I don't remember
the
now.
plastic. They're in a
Oh,
brown.
Tim Holtz.
In a brown flat. They're at this end,
Okay.
or that's where they were.
Is this for something?
I brought over all my stuff.
All right, Diane's looking for this paper with the
Well,
25.
Right
It's
here.
from Christmas Lives Here. Oh, so see, you can cut it out.
Yep.
I love how they print their paper. So you can cut it so that it.
So I cut it. So the 25 was at the bottom, because that's where I wanted it to go. And I covered up the December because I had to cut some of it off. So that's why I put washi tape at the bottom of that. So that's how I made that page. And then the washi tape is
49 in Market.
49 a Market.
And we have that in stock.
Yes.
And we've used it on
it's-
so many projects, everybody. It's just
awesome.
gorgeous. Now, while you're opening that, we have a comment from Mary, and she uses the Sidekick page dies in the large planner all the time. She just decorates the holes and repunches them.
Yeah.
So
That's what I would do too. So this is the washi tape that I used on the front, and it is awesome. It is the 49 in Market. What's this?
Holiday Wishes.
Holiday Wishes, yes. And then I used the stripe too.
It's nice because it's got different widths and kind of a black and white one with color. So we love that.
That's my stand. And then the black and white check came out of the Tim Holtz. This is his new washi tape, and we do have this in stock too. And it's got some really fun other.
I was sorry, I was reading something. Okay.
There's the plaid washi tape down there.
It's in stock, but we don't have a lot.
Yeah.
And then I don't know that I showed this, the glitter
That is the
distress
glitter.
dust.
And all I did is take my Nuvo glue and traced
So you could do that
around
on other
the
things.
25 and put the glitter on it. Yep.
And this is the vintage platinum.
I love that. So that's a really easy technique too. And then this is out of that one set of stamps.
Oh, department store.
Yeah. I've got such a mess here. I apologize.
Diane's not.
This is what my desk looks like.
I was going to
too.
say you're not used to messes. At
No,
least here
I'm
at Memory
not,
Bound,
and
she's very neat and organized.
I finally had to stop and put some stuff away because.
So that's the department store stamp.
Yep, and I love that stamp. So Jill can write little whatever she
Yeah, a
wants
date
to.
or
Yeah.
a note
Yeah.
or something.
And then this is out of the one Elizabeth Craft stamp.
You have to show that one because.
Yeah, I will if I can find it.
Oh, we had them here.
Yeah,
we had
we
them
did.
here. So this slide, Diane showed. What project did you have that you showed those?
I made some tags.
Oh, it was on her tag. So it's a stamp and then a die, and then the die cuts it so you have that little bit of extra around it, and the die cuts the hole out in the middle. And they don't look like they go together at all.
Okay, so this is
there's your slides.
stamp, and the stamp is called Winter Days. And then this is the die that goes with it.
We can't figure out why they put Santa and stuff there.
This die goes with this slide. Then you got the deer head, and then this is the clip. And I will show you how I use the clip too. These are all the paper clips. They actually cut out to make a paper clip.
A real clip.
Yeah. So you need that die on that. And this is called Christmas Figures. And then again, you get that funky Santa, which I'll probably use.
Yeah. Jan says the only surface that's clear when she crafts is the ceiling.
That's pretty much the way my room is right now.
And you need to show the tags because those are really unique how you did that. I've never done this before.
So this is a pocket card out of
the Tim Holtz pocket cards.
The pocket cards, and it's the medium size one. And I must not have liked what was on there.
Oh, you put something over the top.
So I cut some paper out, and then I stitched it with my sewing machine. And then Jill will be able to put a picture there, too.
Right.
You can mat it. I mean, it's just perfect for that size. And then I just started layering. This is out of my ephemera. And then
she layered and then just tied them together with twine.
And that's really fun.
So it's like a little group of things. That's what I like.
Yeah. And then Jill's favorite Christmas word is believe, and that is out of the...
This is Elements.
Elements out of there.
So this is the holiday elements, and you can see...
I inked it with...
Is it Lumberjack plaid?
The new Lumberjack, yeah. And I put the Christmas hole reinforcer.
Oh, a little
I don't
tree.
think that is any longer available. It's one of my very first original Elizabeth Craft dies. And then this is probably out of one of
pocket card or something you had before.
The layers, which I thought is fun. So again, you can layer that.
But I just like how you tied them together. I think that's really neat.
And it did have a blank. It was blank on the back, so this is out of his wallpaper.
Oh, you just covered it.
I just covered it. And you can put all kinds of, you can put bells or
charms.
Anything.
We've got bells and charms here at Memory Bound.
So this was an interesting page.
Yes, it is.
Seen this idea, and it took me a while to really figure this out. But this is what this die. Janine had this, so she let me borrow it. Not that one.
Diane has so many dies. Now, see, I was going to take a picture of everything before the video.
Did you?
Janine's back there. Look at those two back there. Janine, what? There's trouble hiding behind the wall back there.
Well, that die was here.
We had it a little bit ago.
Maybe it went somewhere, but it has a die that cuts out this.
It's just that strip.
It's just the border. So I cut out 2 pieces of paper and then some chipboard
to make it more solid,
stronger. And then these are the bigger.
Those are our flashcards.
Flashcards right there. And I used 2. I glued them together along the side. I cut out a little notch so you can see that there's 2, and I covered the back ones. And then I just started sticking. I went to my stash and just started pulling out. This was a collage sheet that I had made. This is one of the pocket cards. This is from the ephemera. This is pie from the ephemera. And some of this stuff might be old too. Oh, I even forgot to bring this over. I forgot that I did this. I used frosted crystals.
Oh, let me get up
close.
close.
I love that look.
So this is frosted crystal. Teresa has used this on her demos. It's an embossing powder, and Teresa has shown it on some of her projects.
Yeah, and it's really fun.
It kind of reminds you of those shower doors.
Yes, and a lot of the old frosted crystals, a lot of the old-time Christmas cards had this on it.
Right.
So that's really a fun. So I just
You have a
stuck
lot of
things,
detail here.
and I used the stitching from our set of stamps, the Merrymakers set of stamps. Oh, right here.
And we call it Merry Making and the stamps. It was a Merry Makers program, but here's the
thank you.
Merry Making stamp set. So there's our stitch lines. Requested by Diane, so it's nice that she's using it. She also had a lot of input on the tree.
Oh yeah, there's the tree
So
too.
she used the tree also. Okay, here's Frosted Crystal.
Yep, there's frosted, and it's just a fun technique to use. You just use your dabber, your embossing dabber, and pour it on
It kind
and
of,
heat it
it's
up.
hard to describe it.
It is, and it's hard to see.
It's kind
but
of bubbly in a way, like little tiny
just
crystals,
puts a little texture on it.
or makes it look frosted. That's a better word.
Yeah, and then
Diane's digging more out of her stash.
okay,
Oh, Jolly Santa.
yeah, this was Kelly. One
Yeah,
of
I love
Kelly's
that
favorite
stamp.
set of stamps, and I bought it again for this because I love that phrase, and I knew I would use it. And the 25 is good.
25's
it's
good.
all good.
It's
all
Santa's really good
good.
too.
Yes, and it's called Jolly Santa CMS 442.
And we don't have that in stock. If you want it, we can order it. It won't be here before Christmas, obviously, but if it's something that you want, we can sure get.
I stamped that, and then I just started.
What is that?
Well,
Just different ephemera that you have?
This is. I bought. And I
Oh,
can't even tell you if it was Photoplay. It wasn't Photoplay. It might have been Photoplay. Or,
so just like you said, get out your stuff.
Yep, I bought it for these two things. It's just an ephemera pack, and I thought, oh, how fun those would be to stick in, and Jill will be able to write on those.
And that looks very cool.
Yeah, and then I had this in my stash, and then I used frosted crystals on that one.
Well, and Linda just said it perfectly. She said it's a pebbly texture.
yes.
So that's a great
Yes.
way to put it. Thank you, Linda.
Yep.
Sometimes you just can't think of words when
I
you're.
know. So then I just stuck things in there. That was really fun. And then on the back, I covered the back of the flashcards. And this paper is out of the...
Is that from Christmas Lives Here?
And it's already got
Oh, it's not torn. It just looks torn.
Well, I
Oh my
tore
gosh.
some,
But the design.
yes, so it's this.
Oh my gosh.
This one right down here. So I tore that. Actually, tore it. But this is the way the paper. Again, this
Oh,
paper
that-
pack is awesome.
They I don't know how they do it, but
Yeah.
that's like planned just to use
Yeah.
projects
They
like
need
this
to
and journals.
design more paper packs because
Mm-hmm.
the ones they do. This I just had in my stash, and I made 2 pockets. So
So we're talking about the back
Yeah.
of the flashcard. She covered
So-
with paper to make a pocket.
this is one pocket. You can put some more stuff there, and then I made
Oh,
a pocket.
like a double pocket.
Yeah,
I see what
made
you're
a
saying.
pocket here. And this was out of my stash, so I just stuck that in there like that. And
Very
this
cute.
is a die that we don't have in stock, but
It's the seal.
yes,
It's the
I think we can still get it.
switchlet. It's a switchlet
It is
seal.
a switchlet seal, and I was going to bring that, and I forgot.
If you want that, you'll just have to let us know, and
Yep.
we'll have to order it.
And then I decorated some little envelopes.
Oh.
We just sell little white envelopes. And this is the set of...
From Jolly Santa.
Yep. So I just decorated that, and I had that in my stash, and I thought, well, that looked really cute in there.
Yeah, that's really cute.
So.
Put a secret note in there.
Yep. And then, okay, this is, again, out of the... Yeah, don't sell my stuff.
There's stuff there's that too. I don't know what you're.
This postcard looking is probably off of one of the Elizabeth Craft.
So then we have a question about the Elizabeth Craft paper pack, and it's called Christmas Lives Here,
There's the,
and that's where the deer paper came.
yeah, there's the
There's the front of
front of
it,
it.
and this would be 30% off with all of our Christmas items.
Whoever gets this paper pack, I apologize.
Diane might have it out of order, and that's what the deer were in. And so a
Yes.
lot of with that paper pack, a lot of the design is done for you.
Yes. Okay, so here is the postcard right here. And again, it had the notebook tear, so I actually used the Elizabeth Craft Edger dies and cut that. And then I just stamped on it.
But that adds so much.
Yeah.
So she stamped the Dear Santa in
and
the
the
post
Dear
office.
Santa is off of the...
Special delivery from Photoplay. Donna would like you to adopt her. They think your daughter Jill is very fortunate.
Well, and she appreciates this.
Lori also wants to be adopted.
She loves this type of stuff, and not that my daughter-in-law and other daughter went like this, but Jill loves this kind of look, and I know that all of the time that I have spent on this, she will appreciate.
Yeah. Well, if she puts them out all year.
Yeah, and it will be something that she'll have from me forever.
Yeah.
And I truly enjoy doing this a lot. It's so much fun designing. And so then I got the pocket pages out.
So remember, these albums do have page protectors or
and
pocket pages. And they're
where they
$10.99, and you get 3 of each design. So what Diane is showing us next would be this design here with the 4x3 and the two 2x2s. 2 4x3s and 2 2x2s.
And I left this out. Jill often says you got to leave me room to put pictures.
Yeah,
which
you have
sometimes
to
I
you have to
don't,
pull her
but
back a little bit.
I do. I get crazy. And then this is the slide maybe
From the backdrops?
or the layers.
Or layer.
It's-
What do they call the chipboard things?
yeah.
The chipboard things.
Just a little square there. Then this is an envelope that I had made out of
So that's an envelope right there.
the glassine paper, which is really fun to use.
So the question is, well, TJ says your family is growing this year. Jan says your daughter's fortunate, but so are your grandkids, because that's going to be their treasure.
I hope that the boys or their future wives.
Jan says she's too old for you to adopt, but maybe you could work out something. And then there's Nancy has a question about the plaid stripe with the jagged edge. What paper? Paper is that?
It's out of the backdrops.
So that,
Tim
and it's
Holtz
die cut with
backdrops.
the Elizabeth Crafts die that we can't locate right
Yeah,
now.
I
But
think they took
is that
it.
the one that had? It didn't have the Christmas lights.
It had a couple other
We're not
things.
sure which one it
Janine
is,
would
but you could
probably
call us
know.
and we can.
Yep.
If we don't have it, we can order it for you.
So then I just made a little envelope. I stuck some
so you
really
kept it open to
fun-
put little things
Yep.
in.
This is a pocket card that I tore, made some fun little things. And then
I think a lot of us are going to be using some of these techniques
and this is out of the
and buying that paper pack.
Yeah, it's fun. And then I did a baking for our baking day and actually got some pictures printed. This is the baking flashcards that I did not bring over.
So we do
But I
have,
cut-
they're very similar to the
Yep.
Christmas card ones, but they have baking phrases.
And I cut them apart. And
It's a cute little
this,
candy cane.
This die.
Oh, is that the Tim Holtz,
Yep.
the cookie one?
It's really the Tim Holtz die that has the
It's got the
those-
cookies.
It's in baking. It's got,
Becky to the rescue
Yep.
again.
And then this is Jill and the boys. Another spot for a picture. And then on this page, I used one of the other page protectors. This is our whole group that day. And then I found some things that had convections on it. So this one too, I put the convections on it. And then this is out of the backdrops, this gingerbread. That was out of the backdrops too. And then the candy and all that. So
Yeah,
it's
very
really
cute.
fun to use different size.
Now
I've
this is
talked
probably
about-
where you cut apart the stickers, the little word stickers that you were talking about.
Oh, yes, I did. I had to find a 4.
And she did.
Yep. And then I used Teresa's favorite, the date stamp, and I stamped it up here.
Oh, let me see. Okay, so
Yep.
there's the date stamp.
Yep. I guess the
If
2
you
is
don't,
off.
if you don't have a date stamp, you should get one. They're
Yep.
just really fun to have.
Yep.
And they're not very expensive. I think they might be like $5.
Yeah, they're
Good stocking stuffer or
I
something
think
for
I
a
did
friend.
bring one over here. Here it is.
So
It is $4.99. Yep.
So it's a Project Life, and it's, I don't know what you call it, but it can go out as far as you need it to.
Yes.
So you can pass it on to your descendants.
So this page is done with what they call Okay.
Thank you. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you. I took a 12 by 12 sheet of just vanilla paper, and I covered it with all
kinds
of my
of things.
scraps.
Oh, scraps.
Scraps. So I went to my scrap box. The staff will believe that I keep all this, but since I started doing collage, it's perfect. And that's what I cut apart. So the back of this is out of here, and then I used some of the washi tape, and I will show you
Tim
on
Holtz
here.
washi?
So I had some
if you have a little gap.
openings like that. So I would take some of the washi tape, and I would put liquid adhesive on the back of this,
It really does
And-
help.
and then cover that like that. So that's how, if you don't get your papers,
So if it doesn't match up,
Yeah.
just put a little washi, which is what Diane did right here.
and then it's going to make a little coaster. You can make little coasters out of this. It's just really fun.
It's kind of like making your own paper.
It is. I use washi tape, just bits and pieces. So that's how I made the backs of all of these papers.
Now, Hope made a comment, and she said that plaid paper with the tree, the strip, is from Planner Essentials 54 half tab.
Oh, thank you, ladies.
So thank you, Hope.
Yes. And then I started bringing, and I didn't bring that over either. Again,
The metallic
I apologize.
paper.
The
It's on our
paper.
calendar.
But this is that tab again, and then I stamped it with archival ink and just went around.
And sometimes with archival, you just need to get your heat tool out and heat set it.
Yes. And there is that.
Oh,
set,
the clips.
The clip right there.
She
And you
did
can
clips
see,
before. They're amazing.
Yeah, how I put a little picture of Santa. This is Christmas Eve page, these two. So I did Christmas Eve down here and stuck in some ephemera. And then put a
Those
picture
clips.
of Santa.
I want those clips. Just make me a bunch,
I know.
Diane.
I can do that. They're a lot of fun. And some of them point to the
Oh, they point different
left
directions.
and some point
oh,
to the right.
I wouldn't have thought to do that if I was
Yes.
designing it. That's a good idea.
And then again the die that goes with that. Then I had this in my stash, and I glued it to the top of it's real dimensional.
It's on the outside of the
It's-
page
yeah,
protector.
It's the
Log slice
log
or wood
slices,
slices from Tim
and I
Holtz.
stamped on it with archival.
So those would also be 30% off. Remember, our Christmas items are 30% off.
So that's that page. And then this again is one of my favorite. I had done this page, probably my second page. I did this.
This is pretty amazing.
And I decided to keep it for Christmas Eve because of Santa. Now, I know a lot of you are going to ask me about this one. This is not available. This I had to buy from
but you
some
could
other place.
you could put something else
Yeah.
there or stamp Santa
and
there.
then this die cuts out the.
That is cool.
You can use any portion of that. I think.
So
I'm
that
not
is
sure which one I
swirling
like.
stars.
Yeah.
It looks like she used this bottom
Yeah.
part here.
And then I just put metallic paper behind it. Now
The moon is amazing.
The paper was the other side of.
We looked at this
Oh,
paper
this-
earlier,
this
and
paper.
now, and I was telling Diane that the way that film strip and the jingle and stuff
Yep.
are, it's just perfect to cut out for a page.
So that was my inspiration for this page. Then I used
Oh,
weathered
here we go.
wood.
Weathered wood distress spray stain.
and the ink.
I didn't know you
and-
sprayed it.
Yep, and I used the middle moon mask. So that's the moon
So
mask.
the middle
here.
size works really well.
And then I did use my weathered wood ink pad too to ink around that. And then the splotches, the smooshing is from the spray. So that's how I made all of this up here. And then I just cut out some snowflakes and used the Diane glitter on those.
I love how you call it the Diane glitter. That's really fun.
And then this is Twig and Stump, which we do not have in stock anymore, but we have sold it. A lot of you already have it.
A lot of you have Twig already.
Yep. So I did that, and then I just put a present down there.
But you put the red speckles behind the present.
Yes.
That's really neat.
And I don't have that stamp. I do not know.
There's a lot of stamps that have little speckles on them that you could
Or
use.
little
Or you could spray it.
stars. Yeah. So that ended up being one of my favorite pages, too. So
Well, we
this
can
will
see
be,
why.
She can put pictures in here from Christmas Eve. This is a page that I just put together quickly. It's done again with the collage paper.
So she used her collage
Yep.
paper that she made.
And then I just started stamping again, put some stamps, put some
That
washi
kind of brings
tape.
it together, I think. You make the collage, but then that kind of brings it together. And
then
it's a little heavier.
I did a banner with different stuff that I had in my stash. And this was a little tag, and the Santa Please Stop Here is on this set of stamps.
Special delivery from Photoplay.
So and then I just started layering.
It's cute having all those tags hanging. Very
I just
cute.
used my tiny attacher to attach it. There will be a page in here.
Something
too.
will be in there.
Something will be
It
in
won't
there.
be white.
Then this is a page that I made for the last day. So this will be like Christmas Day. And it is Planter 1914, Planter Essentials 47. It's got the
The
Christmas
tree. I
cut
think we
out.
have that one in stock.
We do not.
Oh, we don't?
It's the different one. I have
Oh, it's a
used-
different one.
Yes, I have used it before. I don't know what happened to it, but there are different ones.
There's a couple different ones with trees.
This is the one. It is. It's got the deer on it.
Oh, okay.
But that's the one I used. But there is another one that I have too that just makes a page with a tree. So then the presents. So then, let's see, where is...
We just showed the presents a little bit ago.
Yes. Oh, okay. So the way the presents came about was when I stamp, I have a piece of paper sitting by
Oh.
me, and I that's how I clean
That's
up
how you
my
clean your-
stamp. So I wanted to have presents here, and I didn't know what this was going to look like, so I just started cutting it out
To see what the die
to
look
see
like.
what the die, and then I just got out some of my dies, and I ended up loving that look.
So when you stamp off to clean your stamps, do it on a nice piece of paper that you can, or a white or a craft or whatever you might want that you can use.
Then I used presents, but I thought, how fun will that be to make little.
Now you've got some tags made.
So now, how fun are
Yes,
those?
that's really, really
and
neat.
it's made from scraps.
And I always stamp off when I stamp too, and I'm going to start. I usually do it on my desk pad, but I think I should be doing
yeah.
it on a piece of paper.
But there you go.
And all the colors are going to coordinate because that's what you're
Yep,
using on your.
and you can hang them or stick them anywhere. So that's another fun tip. And use your sidekick. I use
Yeah,
my-
sidekicks are
Gotta
handy.
have a sidekick. Okay.
I gave mine away, so I'm going to have to get a new one.
Oh yeah, you gotta have a sidekick. So that's how those presents came about. And then here again is that
The
set of
tabbed letters.
The tab letters. And then on the back, I didn't want to put another word. So I got out all my
Oh,
little
just stamped.
stamps and stamped a different word or an image on each one. So you can see that 25 is from one of the other. Oh, it's
Merry
now-
Makers? Probably or Making Merry.
and then used all the little icons here. So I used that one and that number, that one, and a snowflake. So I thought that was really a fun,
Yeah, it's
fun
different.
way to, instead of using a word.
Well, I like how you take a paper like this and then you stamp something in
Yep.
red.
Yep. And then I had to cut off the bottom. I cut off October, November, and December because the paper was too long. And then I put December up here.
And she circled the red, so you've got that accent of red on there.
So that's my last page.
Okay, Jan says,
We're really...
how many pages did Diane use, or how many will this hold?
You know, I don't know. I'm a very dimensional scrapbooker, so if you
Yeah,
if
it
you're
depends on
flat-
your pages, what
Yeah.
kind you pages you use. If you're have more things on them.
So
Angie
know.
says, "OMG, it's so beautiful," and it's very true.
thank you.
And
Thank you.
Rosetta said you could stamp off on Christmas card envelopes that you get in the mail.
Oh my goodness, yes. So just real quick, I know I apologize we're going long, but I just wanted to touch base with you on doing the back. So I put washi tape down first, and then what I would do is I would stencil, and I would use the dauber and just kind of randomly, this is
So that's the
called-
emboss it
Yep.
dauber, and there's also a Tim Holtz has a distressing ink dauber.
Yep, and this is called Pines, and this is one of his older. This is number 96, so I know it's pretty.
It's
old.
older, but we do have
Yep,
the shifter one.
and
That's
there is
trees.
one called Tree Lot too. That's kind of similar, but any stencil will.
Yeah,
work.
it could be anything.
Yeah. Don't. And
Are you going to
there's-
do this?
Well, I
Are
don't
you?
know if we have time.
Well, if you were planning on it, let's do it. We're here. We're here.
Well,
And then we'll go to lunch. Then it'll be lunchtime,
okay.
if you want
So
to.
just real quick, I wanted to show you how I embossed.
I think that would be kind of nice because a lot of us are wowing over the cover,
Okay.
and they want you to keep going.
Okay.
And Connie says it must have cost $1,000 to get all the dyes and supplies, and a lot of them are things you had and have had for a while.
Okay, so what you have to do is you have to get your binder up off the ground because of the ring. So they suggested putting
Like boxes under it or
yes,
something,
boxes
or other albums that
Yeah.
you've purchased.
so you can work on a level. So
See,
what
now
I
we
would
wouldn't have known that if we
Yeah.
had stopped our
well,
video.
and again, like Tim says, these videos are so important to give you little tidbits, little tips.
Right.
That's why, and I didn't know that either.
And you've
until
given
I
us a lot.
started.
Diane, you've given us a lot of little tips and tricks.
If I had not watched Annette's video too. So all I'm going to do is just
Oh, so you're doing it
I'm
random.
doing it random.
She's doing it very
Yep.
randomly, everybody, and she's just daubing because it is a dauber.
Yep.
And we do have those in stock, and they're good for other types of embossing also. They're $4.99, and it's the embossing dabber or dauber. I'm not really sure. Tomato.
Okay. And you can't really tell.
Yeah. It's hard to see what
But-
you've got.
You hope you have some on there.
And what are we using for powder?
We are using peeled paint and
So we're using the peeled paint distress gloss. What is this called?
peeled paint glaze.
Glaze. I couldn't get the word glaze. So Diane's sprinkling it on.
And sprinkle it on pretty generous because again, I have no idea where.
And she's already, if you missed the beginning of the video, she has put gesso on the cover before she started. And that's going to help things stick better. And it also just makes it look kind of cool.
Yeah. Okay. And I will have glaze all over.
Diane's going to be glazed today.
Okay, so that's what it looks
Oh,
like now.
it turned out great.
And I really want to put that back in, but I guess I'll wait. And then heat your tool up.
Yeah, if you're doing heat embossing, turn on your heat tool early, just before you get started.
And the washi tape will eventually stick down. It doesn't look like it now. I gotta do something real quick. I'm gonna take off some more. I took a paintbrush,
Okay,
I'm
that's
gonna
another
brush-
tip. So if you've got somewhere
yeah.
you don't want it,
brush off.
because it did kind of stick to some of the
Yeah.
washi tape, because it
And
will
that's-
melt and it'll be there,
Yeah.
and that's okay
that's
too.
Okay, yep. But you can see kind of.
Are you going to work on this tonight? Jill's
no.
album?
Oh.
I didn't know if you were going to have it done before Christmas.
I'm not sure. We have Christmas on Friday, so probably not.
Oh,
But anyway, so heat your gun up a little.
that way if you heat it up, it's going to be hot going in and it won't blow the powder off.
Okay. And use an embossing heat gun, not just a heat gun.
Or hair dryer.
Or a hairdryer, yeah.
Or your oven.
So you will see eventually how it turns kind of glossy once it gets heated up. It's just a really neat effect, and I would have never ever done this on
I
a
wouldn't
cup.
think you could.
No. So you can see now it's starting
See
to
that
turn.
bottom one on the right
Yep.
is melting.
Yep.
And you can see them melt. They get glossy, like
Yep.
Diane said. And you'll notice she didn't do it perfect.
Nope.
Um,
Can't have it perfect.
Then it would have looked like a rectangle. It looks really cool. So she's getting the same effect that she has over here on this side. We can see that it's the glaze. And the thing about the glaze is you don't have anything behind it really, but you can see behind the glaze if you're putting it on a pattern paper.
Okay.
Very cool.
So then I would, let's see. Okay, I've got to show you some of the rub-ons because the rub-ons just are so cool. I would just take any of the rub-ons. I kind of wanted.
So the rub-ons come in a sheet, and what Diane's done is she's cut out
Yeah, the ones
pieces of what you want. You don't want to lay the sheet down and just rub what you want. You need to cut around what you're doing. Oh, that's going to be a good one right there.
So these again are the not Elizabeth, 49 in Market Holiday Wishes rub-ons. And we had just very few.
And they have some generic rub-ons though too.
Well, any. And I also used the Tim Holtz rub-ons. We're kind of all back into using rub-ons.
I know. They're like, you can even put them on the tops of photos.
Yep.
And Diane, she's carefully removing it, and if it doesn't quite stick, she just puts the paper down and rubs it some more. But it looks like you got it perfect.
Look how fun that is. Who would have thought you could...
So you put your tape down first to kind of mark where you're going to put your tape.
Yeah, and I will go back and fix that. But once I put the matte medium, and I'll probably put some liquid glue behind.
Under it to help hold it.
And then we'll do a truck here.
And like Dawn wrote earlier, I'm just looking for comments because I quit reading comments. You can do it for other themes.
Oh, definitely.
Tim goes 4 hours, so we can do this no problem. That's what that's
dear.
what Jan says. Time flies when you're fascinated. Diane, that's a
Well,
huge compliment.
Thank you very much, everybody. But it is a lot of fun to just start.
Just get your stuff out and start creating.
And again, my inspiration came from Annette's
Annette
video, and then I just kind of went with it. Sometimes we just need that one thing to get us
you started, kind of get you started.
We see one technique, and
Jan said the dollar store is going to be out of ratty paint brushes today.
I did. I stood there and laughed when I saw that. I thought, oh my gosh, but it's exactly what I needed.
Well, it's amazing, and I can't believe all the people that want you to adopt them. Jill's very lucky. in more ways than one, not just because you get amazing scrapbooks for the holidays.
But look how fun that is.
You've basically done 3 elements, rub-ons, the glaze, and the washi tape,
Yeah.
and it already is looking really
And
cool.
I will put more washi tape on here, and I will stamp it. You know, I stamped the jingle bells. I did jingle bells over here. So you can kind of get an idea, and you just start layering. But the washi tape goes down first because you want that to be your backdrop.
Kind of a background.
Yep. And
Julie's.
then when you're all done, you use the collage medium or matte medium
to put over the top and seal it. Now, Jan has offered to pay all the adoption fees, and Julie loves making your own collage paper. And the stamp set one more time that has there's 2 stamp sets that have the postage. One of them is called Special Delivery from Photoplay. Those are arriving Friday, I think. They were shipped Monday. I guess that wasn't yesterday. We might have to get more. It was like an emergency order. And then the Tim Holtz also has holiday postmarks. And if you want that, you just need to let us know. We don't have that on order right now. And a lot of these go really well with the Tim Holtz. Was it chapter 3, Diane, with the postal and the specimen and collector?
I used that a lot.
A lot of those go really well. That's why we ordered a bunch in. Diane says it's just beautiful.
And I think we'll end there. Maybe when I get it all done, I can bring it back.
There is a list of her dies, and it's on our calendar. If you go to today's calendar, you can find a list of everything that Diane used, except for the things she forgot to tell us that she used. So people were inspired. They absolutely love it, Diane.
Oh,
and
one more tip.
Oh, we got another tip.
Yes. Okay, so when you're doing things that you're going to use matte medium or collage medium, you have to use archival ink.
And Diane used fern and red geranium.
Yep.
And there are other greens, there's other reds.
Yeah.
Tim has his distress archival inks that you could use.
But make sure they're archival and not just distress.
Distress is water-based, so what's
so
going to
you don't
happen
wanna
is
use
this
that.
is going to, I'm going to say melt. It's going to like bleed kind of. And
Annette, on her first try of this, she used the distressed ink and the red turned pink. So that was a
don't
very
do
good
distress
tip,
inks.
too, that she
See, you learn so much.
yes,
It makes
yes.
Okay, and Val says the Elizabeth Craft die that makes the holes is 1607. So Diane's adding that to her list, or we'll memorize it.
1607.
See how organized she is? I just love it. So we can add that to our order. We'll make sure they're still available and add that, so then you can punch holes in anything.
Yeah, that's awesome. I would love that. So make sure you use archival ink. I wanted to stress that.
So if you're still watching, make a comment of the tip that you learned today, and that will help remind us of all the tips.
Yeah.
Because you showed us so many things, Diane, that little tips here and there. For me, it was hooking those tags together. I thought was pretty cool in one of your pages.
Oh, yeah.
Tying them together. I think the collage paper was pretty cool, and definitely doing the cover.
The cover was an aha for me.
And if you make one, post
Yes,
it here, and we'll
definitely.
share it on our main page.
Definitely.
And Sarah said you could also use the microglaze over your distress ink to seal it so it doesn't bleed.
Yes.
I just think the archival might dry a little better too on this
really
surface.
the colors, there's beautiful colors with archival.
Oh yeah, we are carrying a lot of the archival inks now. So if you are wanting to check that out, you can go to our shopping page and check out archival. Diane, I think as we leave, I'd like to show the before and after.
Okay.
This doesn't show you the cool insides, but there is the before and after of the blank canvas album from Elizabeth Crafts. And they're already putting comments. You're going to have to read these. Yeah. Laura's is that you can decorate the cover. That was amazing. Diane says the collage paper was her favorite. So thanks for posting those comments.
Yeah.
And Diane, we're glad you got inspired finally and got this done. Jill's gonna love it. If she hasn't seen it, I'm guessing she has.
This morning, so we'll see if
okay.
she is watching.
Well, thanks, Jill, for being the daughter that gets an album every year. And Diane, thank you so very much for being here
welcome.
today
Merry
and
Christmas,
sharing.
everyone.
Yep, and sharing your project. So
Thank
have
you,
a
thank
crafty
you.
day, everyone. Remember that you
Stay
want to,
safe.
be safe in our upcoming blizzard. And remember that you want to get your orders in or stop in and get your Christmas items that are 30% off. We've got a great selection. We added a bunch of things yesterday, so check it out. And we'll be back tomorrow. And we are scheduled to have Janine, but with our blizzard, we're probably going to be changing our schedule up a little bit. So thank you and have a wonderful, wonderful day.